I came home from work to find my baby crying in the rain. Not near the porch, not in someone's arms, on the ground, soaked, shivering, screaming. A red onesie, soaked to the bone, tiny fists clenched, mouth wide and gasping for breath like the world itself wanted her lungs empty. My wife stood in the doorway, arms crossed, dry. "I don't raise bastards," she said. Then her mother stepped beside her and laughed. "Serves you right, filthy little whore." They looked past the child, our child, like she was trash dragged in by the wind. I moved without thinking, ran, scooped her up, shielded her with my coat. Her skin was cold, too cold. I turned, took one step toward the car, and the headlights came. Too fast, too quiet. The impact shattered bone and silence. I hit the ground, blood in my mouth, but I never let go of her. They thought that was the end. A fractured femur, 2 ribs cracked, and a baby in critical care for hypothermia and mild concussion. They blamed me, said I was negligent, said I left her outside while I drank, but I don't drink. I listened to the lies from the hospital bed, while my wife sat beside the social worker, dabbing dry eyes with a tissue she never used. Her story was clean, too clean, timeline perfect, emotion manufactured. No one questioned why her voice cracked only when others were watching. No one questioned how she stayed dry while the storm soaked everything else. They handed her custody, and handed me silence. But silence is something I know well. I let her win, out loud. Inward, I was rewinding everything, frame by frame, line by line. Something had cracked inside me that night, and it wasn't just my bones. 3 weeks later, I walked again. She didn't know I was following her, didn't see the burner phone I used to ping her locations, didn't notice the keylogger on her laptop or the camera I installed in the nursery light fixture. She thought she had time, thought I'd broken like the windshield, but I'd only begun to sharpen. Late at night, she whispered on the phone. Not sweet nothings, not secrets, threats. "He says he'll take her if I leave." Then make sure he can't. "He's smart, Dan." Then be smarter, Dan. I knew that name, coworker, friend, the one who always offered to watch the baby when she was tired. His number was saved under a fake female name in her contacts. Classic. I checked hospital records, visitor logs. Dan signed in the night our daughter was born, but not under his own name. He used mine. The DNA test arrived a week later. My daughter was mine, completely, 100%. But that wasn't the twist. The real twist came from a second test. Dan had submitted a sample too, through an anonymous online test I set up, baited with a fake ad for rapid paternity answers. He bit. Results? He wasn't her father. He wasn't anyone's father. But he'd believed the lie. She told him the baby was his, told him I knew, told him I was going to take her. She needed someone to protect her, to believe her, to help bury the real truth. So Dan accidentally ran me over in the rain. The security cam footage showed the hesitation, the turn of the wheel, too precise to be random. I printed everything. The test results, the footage, the timestamps, placed them in a sealed envelope, and delivered it to Dan's fiancée. The wedding was a week away. They were celebrating early at a bar downtown, pictures, laughter, false smiles. I didn't go in, just watched from the corner across the street. The moment she opened the envelope, the way her face drained, the trembling hands. She stood, threw her drink in Dan's face, read the entire contents of the letter aloud in front of 20 people. "You hit a man for a child that wasn't yours? You tried to kill him for her?" Chaos. Voices rose, glass broke. My wife turned white. She wasn't supposed to be there, but she came to surprise Dan. Instead, she surprised herself. I watched her step back, step away, then run. I didn't follow. My daughter is with me now, full custody. It wasn't hard. After the footage, the confession, the medical records, they couldn't argue anymore. The courts took less time than I expected. Truth has that effect when dropped like a blade. My ex-wife moved 2 towns over. Dan vanished. His name's still on a few arrest warrants, but no one really looks. I don't care where they are. I've stopped looking back. I feed my daughter, I read her books, I tuck her in when it rains. She doesn't cry anymore when thunder shakes the windows. She knows I won't leave her outside again, not even in a storm. Some people think betrayal ends when the truth comes out, but I learned it ends when the liar has no one left to lie to.